Good morning. I really need to think of a new greeting because I feel like every time I share this, all you hear is my little croaky good morning. Happy Saturday, everyone. Welcome to day 6 of 10 minutes of yoga every day. I am really excited to see who shows up today because I definitely struggled to get out of bed. It's a Saturday, it's so grey. It's so grey and dark. I don't know what it's like where you guys are, but it's pretty grim here. I've had to put horror of horrors, the big light on so that you guys can see me. But yeah, welcome. Excited to get stuck in. I thought today we would build a little bit more on what we did yesterday. And then my thoughts for Sunday are that we then bring it all the way back down. We can do some nice breathing exercises and we'll do a bit more of a kind of relaxing, chilled vibe for Sunday morning. So we'll keep it going for today. We'll build on yesterday and yeah, let's see how it feels, see how it goes. So I'm going to get stuck in. It'll be very similar sequence to yesterday. There'll just be a couple of additions. So when you're ready, going to find that seat as we have all week, just finding your comfortable spot, whether that be sitting on your knees, crossing your legs, maybe legs outstretched or knees bent, maybe you like to sit on a cushion, whatever works best for you, and then just close down the eyes when you're ready. And just begin to bring your attention inwards. Maybe noticing the sounds around you. And maybe if it feels comfortable, just beginning to introduce that nasal inhale. And then exhaling nice and slowly through the mouth. Just noticing if you're breathing up in the chest or in the belly. There's no right or wrong, but just noticing. Noticing those patterns within yourself. And then as you're ready, just begin to blink the eyes open if they're closed. And we are going to come straight into tabletop this morning. So swinging the legs round. And we're going to come to hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Maybe pressing into the tops of the feet, or if you'd like to, you can tuck the toes if that feels a bit more comfortable. And just going to invite you to take these cat-cows in line with your own breath. I'll give you some of the cues to begin with. So as you inhale, you're going to drop that belly down. Inhale, look up. And then as you exhale, just reversing that movement. So really pressing through your hands into the mat, arching through the back, and maybe bringing chin to chest. Inhaling, dropping the belly. Gazing forward, opening through the chest and the shoulders. Exhaling to arch through the back. And a lot of people do like to introduce some of their own movement here, so if it does feel good to kind of move left to right or draw some small circles through the hips, absolutely do that. I think we should always be experimenting and playing. And then after your next round of cat-cow, just bringing it back into neutral spine. We're going to take those low lunges. So just go over those options again yesterday. So if you want to stay on your hands, I like to come up on my fingertips and then bring my foot in between the hands. Or the other option is you can come up onto your knees and then bring that right foot forwards. Completely up to you. Have a play, see which one feels best for you. There is an option as well, I forgot to mention this yesterday. If you'd like some more padding for that back knee, you can, if you're on a mat, just fold the mat over, double it up, so you've got a bit more cushioning underneath. And don't forget, you can take your stance a little bit wider for a bit extra balance. And then as you're ready, we're just going to inhale, bring the arms up overhead. Really press into that back foot. Again, tuck the toes are on the top of the foot. Press into that front foot. Engaging through the core so that we can tuck the pelvis. Stack those vertebrae for a nice long spine all the way through, up through the crown of the head. And then when you're ready, as we exhale, we're just going to bring the hands back down onto the mat. Take that right foot back behind you, finding yourself back in tabletop position. And then we're just going to take it to the other side. So as you inhale, bringing that foot through. Exhaling. And then pressing through the back foot, through the front foot. We're going to inhale. Arms come up nice overhead. Again, remember, engaging through the core, tucking through that pelvis so that we can avoid this kind of rounding, arching of the back. We want to be nice and strong through the spine here as we really reach towards the ceiling. Think about those fingertips on the ceiling. And then as you exhale, bringing the hands back down to the mat. We're going to keep this left leg here because this time we're not going to go backwards, we're going to go forwards. When you're ready, it might be easier to tuck the back toes. Just give it a try. Might not work this time, it might be something that we work on. We're going to come to stand at the top of the mat, so just pressing through that back foot. We're going to bring it all the way to stand at the front of the mat. Just bring the arms by the sides, palms facing forward. Think about your posture here. You want your shoulders back, tuck in that pelvis again. And this is sometimes known as mountain pose, or in Sanskrit, which is the language of yoga, it's also called Tadasana. We often take this as kind of reset in between the different parts of the sequence. Some people like to close their eyes for a second. We're going to inhale, and as we do, we're going to bring the arms up overhead, gazing towards the thumbs. And then as you exhale, bringing the arms down by your sides, we're going to come all the way down into a forward fold. It's first thing in the morning, so bend through the knees. Nice deep bend through the knees. There's absolutely no pressure to make your legs straight and really crank yourself into it. Really bend through the knees. As you inhale, we're going to go all the way back up to stand. Following with your gaze, looking up towards those thumbs. And then we're going to exhale again, all the way back down, forward fold. Really nice, everyone. Then we're just going to move into a halfway lift. So we're going to bring ourselves up halfway. Think about a nice flat back here. So think about trying to balance a book or a glass of water or something on your back. You want to get it as flat as you can. So gazing down towards the mat. Hands can be on shins or maybe on thighs. You want to bring your elbows in towards your body, and you really want to think about your shoulder blades touching each other down your back. So you're really kind of pulling your shoulders back here, opening through the chest, pressing onto those thighs or those shins. And then when you're ready, we're going to exhale, hands down onto the mat. Really nice. Step the legs back into our tabletop position. And then pressing through the hands as you let your hips drop back towards the heels. Walking the hands forwards. We're going to end today in child's pose. So bringing your head down towards the mat, or maybe you've got a block or a book that you're resting it on. Maybe you've got a pillow to hand, just bringing that head down towards the mat. Remembering the option to take your knees as wide as the yoga mat, big toes together if you'd like a bit of a deeper stretch. And just bringing your awareness back in. Letting that breath go, letting it return to its normal rhythm here. And as we've been doing the last couple of days actually, just kind of using this time to recognise that you've shown up for yourself every day this week. Day 6, we've almost done a full week's worth of habit, well on our way. And it's up to you where you go from here. Take 5 minutes if you'd like to in this position. Move into Shavasana on your back if you'd like to. Just give yourself that permission to take what you need and thank yourself for showing up. Thank you everyone for joining me this Saturday. Let's do the same again tomorrow. We'll close off our week with a really nice, relaxing, more chilled practice, and we'll really start to bring it down ready for the second week of January. Thank you guys. See you tomorrow.